Chin parallel to the ground. Softly closing your eyes. Relax the shoulders. Bring the palms to be facing up. In a posture of openness. In a posture of receiving whatever that might come. Open palms, open shoulders, eyes softly closed. 3 deep breaths. Now rest your awareness on your chest. Nothing to win, nothing to lose. Nothing to compute or compare. Simply observe. The experience of breathing around your chest. Allow the body to relax. You're not forcing the body to relax. You're simply letting go. Simply being alive and aware. Not trying to do anything. Simply being alive and aware. And this is not something that you can do. This is how things are. Palms to the heart center. Namaskaram Mudra. Think of a person that you love and respect. That person could be living or not. That person is somebody that you have a really good relationship right now or not. Dedicate this session to that person. Chin to the chest, opening your eyes. Inhaling, arms up, pressing the palms, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down, looking down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. One last one. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Release. Today, we are going to approach Salabhasana variations, A, B, and C, and other variations, which is a locust posture. This generally strengthens the back. Come up to standing. Feet wide stance. Wide stance. Come to wide stance. Hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up toward the ceiling. Inhaling, back bend, move your hips forward. Take your arms back, look up. Next exhalation, bending forward from the hips. Hug yourself tightly, chin to the chest. You can bend your knees to allow the roof of your head to go down toward the mat as you bend forward. 4 more rounds. The arms can be, as you're taking the arms up, it can be in a V shape instead of straight up. Five rounds, hands on the waist. Take a deep breath, exhale. Conscious movements, even though you might have done a posture or a sequence a million times. Still, as you practice the next one, as if this is the first time. Arms up to the sides, parallel to the ground, palms facing the front. Inhale, center, exhaling, bending toward the right leg, right arm hanging behind the right leg, left arm up and over. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, bending toward the left leg, right fingers reaching for the left wall. Inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, hands on the face. Take a deep breath. Arms up, parallel to the ground, by the sides, palms facing the front. Inhale, center, exhaling, twisting to the right as best as you can. Turn your head, look through the corner of your eyes, inhaling, center. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Turn your head, inhaling, center. 4 more rounds. After completing, hands on the waist, bring your feet hip width apart. Take a deep breath. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Inhaling, come up onto the toes. Exhaling, heels down. 4 more rounds. Come up onto the toes as best as you can, reaching for the ceiling as much as you can. Remember, we are merely trying to find where our edges are. As best as you can do today with this breath. After completing 5 rounds, release your arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up, interlacing fingers, palms facing up. Bend your knees in Utkatasana practice, sitting back in an imaginary chair behind you. Your arms and spine are in alignment, and your soft gaze forward and down. You should feel the posture on your thigh muscles, the quad muscles, not on your knees. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling up, exhaling, release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Standing tall like a mountain. Feet as close as you can get. Shoulders relaxed, arms hanging by the sides. Chin parallel to the ground. Head right on top of the spine. Soft gaze directly ahead. Check the weight distribution on your feet. You could be on the toes, on the heels, or on the outer edges, or the inner edges, or shifting around. And this is how things are. Nothing to push away, nothing to hold on to. Namaskara mantra. 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara with loving attention and diligence begin. If the mind wanders, notice that and begin again. Paying loving attention to what is flowing, being as diligent without aggression. After completing 3 rounds, stand relaxed and continuing the practice of paying loving attention to whatever the flow of experience happens to be. What I mean by loving attention is not a possessive attention. It's not a judging attention. It is an open attention. Totally inclusive attention. Non-judgmental attention. Accepting attention. Whatever that is. Three deep breaths. Feet hip width apart. Arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing the front. With the rest of the body exactly as it is, only take the arms toward the back wall. Inhale. Exhaling, bring it to the starting position. 5 more rounds. Only taking the arms back. And you would feel the posture on the top of your back and other wherever the edges are. 5 rounds. After completing, release arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms hanging by the side, palms facing the back wall. Inhaling, take the arms toward the back wall, keeping the elbows straight as much as you can. And exhaling, relax. Total 5 rounds. No aggression. Consciously taking your arms and find your edge and then relax. Even if it is few millimeters is what you're able to find the edge, do that and be happy with that. And those who can take the arms parallel to the ground, do that and find the edge. After completing 5 rounds, relax, take a deep breath, exhale. Take your hands back, interlacing fingers, press the palms together. A gentle back bend. And as you go for a back bend and you look up, straighten up the elbows as best as you can. And if you can press the palms, keep pressing the palms as you straighten your elbows. Your arms are hanging downward, opening the chest. Shoulder blades coming toward each other on the back. No aggression. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center. Release the arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Continuing to have feet hip width apart. Arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing the front. From here, a gentle back bend. Move your hips forward. Take your arms back, chest forward, look up. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, straighten up. Exhaling, release arms. Take a deep breath, exhale. Arms up toward the ceiling, palms facing the front. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, full forward bend. Uttanasana. Head down. Relax the shoulders. Holding the posture in an attitude of surrender. You can slightly bend the knees if that allows you to surrender without any fight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fingertips by the sides of your feet. Inhaling, right foot back, long step back. Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, plank. Knees down, come to cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Inhaling, look up, spine down, abdomen fully relaxed. Exhaling, chin to the chest, spine up, abdomen fully engaged. 4 more rounds. After completing 5 rounds, neutral posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Take your right leg to the back, heel pointing toward the ceiling without opening your right hip. Keep the hip facing the ground. Inhaling, take the leg up and you look up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Deep breath. Left leg back without opening your left hip. Left hip still facing down. Inhaling, leg up, look up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee down. Bring your knees together, heels together, toes pointing back. Balasana. Take your seat bones towards the heels, head down. Now, if your forehead is not reaching the ground, make tight fists. And you can even stack your tight fists so your forehead can relax on the stacked up tight fists. You may not be able to breathe freely with your abdomen pressing against the thigh, and yet see how much you can relax, however much you can relax. 5, 4. Your elbows are down, completely arms are relaxed. 3, 2, 1. Now straighten up to Vajrasana. If you need the support, you can lean forward, keep the palms in front of you near the knees. If you need support, others straighten up the spine, relax the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come up onto the toes as much as you can. Coming up on the toes as much as you can. Your palms and fingers are rooting to the mat. And your toes, bring the toes closer. Your feet are together. Bring the feet together and you're on the toes. Raise your right leg up toward the ceiling as best as you can. Right toes pointing to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right toes down. Take a deep breath. Left leg up. Left toes pointing toward the ceiling as best as you can. 5. Keep the knee straight as much as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left toes down, knees down. Vajrasana or Sukhasana. If Vajrasana is not helping you relax, come to Sukhasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Come to Sukhasana if you're not already in Sukhasana. Baddha Konasana practice. Bring the soles of your feet together. Now we are going to do a simple twist. Take your right hand on the left knee. Take your left arm behind your back. You can even support your left palm behind you and a gentle twist toward your left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten up. Take your right arm behind you, left palm on the right knee. Twist toward the right side as best as you can. Keep the spine straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, come to center. Place your palms on your feet. Grab your feet. And bring your feet closer together as best as you can. And straighten up the spine as best as you can. And lean from the hips forward. You're not rounding your back. You're leaning forward. You can slightly look up to maintain the straightened up spine. Next exhalation, lean further forward and then head down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, straighten up. Release the legs, shake your legs. Lie down on your back. Legs together, feet relaxed. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Watch your breath and heart rate relax. Your blood pressure also reduces. Bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Stretch the arms to the sides and allow the knees to fall down to the sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. Keep your arms, you can bend the elbows wherever you can. Keep your arms comfortably to relax your knees down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees together, feet flat on the mat, arms stretched shoulder height. Gently take your knees toward your right side and look over your left shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center and allow the knees to fall down to the left side and look over your right shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees to the center. Release the legs. Roll onto your stomach. Makarasana. Stack your hands. Cheek on stacked hands. You can separate your legs as comfortably. And the toes position, you can have them point outward or inward or toward the back wall. Whichever positions of the toes that relaxes your lower back. Take a deep breath, exhale. Before we approach Salabhasana, locust postures, we'll begin with the cobra posture, Bhujangasana. Legs together, toes pointing back, big toes touching each other. Bring the palms by the sides of the chest, elbows pointing back and up. Inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up. Not much weight on the palms yet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now start pressing the palms and straightening the elbows as much as you can. And now, if your ears are near the shoulders, take your ears up and away from your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your elbows, chest down, chin down, Makarasana. Cheek on stacked hands. Makarasana is a crocodile posture. It's a relaxing posture. And you can feel the breath more on your back. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring the legs together. Bring your arms closer to the body. Slide your palms underneath your thighs. Chin down. Your palms are under your thighs. Keep the knee straight as you lift the right leg up. Simply the right leg, only the right leg, and right leg down. Left leg up and left leg down. Right leg up. Keep the knee straight. You're lifting the right leg. And right leg down. Left leg up and left leg down. Take a deep breath. Both legs up as best as you can. Keep the knee straight. Bring both the legs up as best as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs down. Makarasana. Relax. You're preparing for Salabhasana. These are all preparatory postures. Now let us approach Salabhasana, a variation. Legs together, toes pointing back, arms close to the body, palms facing down. If palm facing down is too difficult, you can have the palms facing up. Inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up, legs up. Lift the arms also up. Arms also up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release the posture, Makarasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Now, bring the legs together, toes pointing back. It's a Shalabhasana variation. Take your arms back. Bring the palms together, interlacing fingers. Press the palms if you can, or at least keep the fingers interlaced. Keep the legs down, inhaling, chin up, head up, chest up, and allow your hands to go down toward the heels. 5, 4. If the legs are coming off the mat, keep the legs down. 3, 2, 1, and release the posture. Makarasana. Take a deep breath, exhale. Watch your breath. Now, bring your legs together, toes pointing back, arms stretched forward, parallel to each other. Chin down on the mat. Salabhasana, C variation. Inhaling, arms up, chin up, head up, chest up, legs up, balancing on your navel. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Take a deep breath. We are going to go up and for 5 counts, stay up in Shalabhasana variation. Inhaling up. You're balancing on your navel. Legs just a bit higher, arms just a bit higher, chin just a bit higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Makarasana. Roll onto your back. Legs together. Relax your feet. Arms close to the body, palms facing down. Bend your knees, feet flat on the mat. And you will find even more relief as a counter posture of our Shalabhasana. Stretch the arms shoulder height. Press the left leg down as you keep the right knee bent. Keep the right knee exactly where it is. Left leg stretch. Down, it's on the mat. Left leg down on the mat. Now take your right knee toward the left side over your left thigh. Keep the knee bent and simply take the knee toward the other side as you look over your right shoulder. Take the knee toward the mat on the other side as much as you can. You're taking the right knee toward the mat over the left thigh as much as you can and feel the twist with your shoulders pinned to the mat. You're bringing the right hip up toward the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee center, right knee center. Release the right leg and bend the left knee. Take the left knee over and across the right thigh and take the left knee to the mat on the right side and look over the left shoulder. You can hook your left foot behind the right knee and allow the left knee to go down as best as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling center. Release the legs. Hug your knees. Rock back and forth. Relieve any tension built up on your back, down the entire spine, rocking back and forth, covering the entire spine, massaging the entire spine and the muscles around the spine. And then release the head down to the mat and then roll side to side, massaging the sides of body. And come down to the center and release the legs and surrender in Shavasana. And open attention to your abdomen. An inclusive attention. Inclusive as in it doesn't reject any experience. It doesn't push away anything, nor does it possess anything or trying to possess anything. It's not trying to imprison anything. Loving attention is open to everything. It is an equanimous attention. Relax. No strain in your eyes or anywhere else as you rest your awareness around your abdomen. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently coming out of Shavasana, you come to sitting, taking your time. Taking your hands back, catching the left wrist with the right hand. Inhaling, growing taller. Exhaling, bending forward, thanking Mother Earth. Inhaling, rubbing your palms vigorously, generating heat. Massaging your closed eyes and gently blinking your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you all so much for this privilege. Have a good evening and a good day.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Jay. Good evening.
Thank you, Jay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you,
So
Jay.
much.